Yo, welcome to the NS9 Pregame Show, brought to you by Pittsburgh Baseball Now. I'm Jim Rosati. With me is Tyler Sweeney. Tyler, how you doing?
Well, I got some ice cream. I got a brisket that's resting. It's going to be a good day. Steelers are on at 4:30, and we're doing the pregame show instead of a postgame show.
Well, so I felt like a pregame show just lined up a lot better today because, there's other stuff going on. It's Sunday. Just in case there's another blowout, we don't have to hop on here and talk about a blowout for, another hour or so. So I was like, let's do a pregame show today. And there's actually stuff to talk about. So, let's kind of get right to it. So Pirates claimed. Let's talk about first. Let's talk about Robert Stevenson. So Robert Stevenson claimed off waivers yesterday. He is in the clubhouse today. JT Brubaker is the corresponding roster move. He's going on the paternity list, so I'm sure he'll be probably just skipping a start. But other than that, he'll be back. But no, Robert Stevenson. I wanted to talk about him because when I first heard the name, I was like, I remember him being like pretty good for the Reds last few years. But then he kind of has been bad. Like he's been bad for Colorado this year.
Yes.
But
it's not a course field thing either.
Yeah, like his strikeouts per nine way down. I feel like he's been a little unlucky though. Like you look at his left on base percentage, like it's the lowest it's ever been. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I am interested in him a little bit because I felt like kind of towards his end of his run there in Cincinnati, he like finally figured stuff out. And, like he looked like a pretty decent pitcher. He had a really solid year last year with Colorado, but this year just not performing very well. So I think it was Justice De Los Santos, but he tweeted out, his slider in 2019 was one of the best in the league, right? So I'm curious to just basically see if there's anything left there based off of who this team's throwing out there, on a daily basis. I don't see how it hurts.
Yeah, if you even look at his velocity is even up since he was with the Reds. Mm-hmm. The stuff has played before. The strikeout numbers were elite basically coming into this year. It's the type of waiver acquisition that I like to see the Pirates actually make instead of the ones we've seen, like the Manny Benuelos or of the world. Yeah. He's maybe a bad example because he's pitched better, but it's not really a scrap heap type of waiver acquisition. There's something there, and if it turns out that he's cooked, he's cooked. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, if you look like he's clearly his FIP is clearly outperforming his ERA, right? But it's not as good as it has been in the past. But no, I mean, I feel like there's a little bit of intrigue here just because, like you mentioned, he's shown success in the majors. He's shown it relatively not that long ago either. And with a pitch like that slider that he has, I mean, he's really at this point just fastball slider guy. But I mean, if he can get that slider back to where it was, he can turn himself into a decent pitcher. I mean, it was a really good pitch in 2019, and then it's kind of fallen off a little bit. But I'm interested to see what he's got.
Yeah, it's kind of reminiscent of a Huntington move, more of a higher upside type reliever that I don't think we've seen much of from Sherrington. We've seen a lot of, just mid-level acquisitions to go to the bullpen. There is some upside here. It's a guy with stuff, throws hard. Mm-hmm. It's not a Tyler Beatty.
No,
it just throws hard with nothing else.
Averages 97 on his fastball. Good fastball spin rate. And yeah, I mean, like I said, the slider has been elite in the past. So it's just a matter of kind of getting, if that pitch can get back to where it was, then I think you got yourself a half decent pitcher. So yeah, we'll see what we got in Robert Stevenson. But other than that, today is Rowansy Day. Rowansy Day today against the Phillies. His last time out looked pretty good. 7 innings,
Okay.
2 runs, 4 hits, struck out 5. Solid start for him last time out. So see if he can kind of build on that. That was his longest start of his major league career. And he only threw. I'm trying to see how many pitches he threw that game. It wasn't a whole lot, I don't think.
Can't quite remember.
Pitch type.
Feels like ages since he last pitched.
Yeah. 89 pitches. So 89 pitches in 7 innings. So very efficient. He's now going up against the Phillies. I think this is his first time against the Phillies this year. Yep. But yeah, I'm looking for him to kind of expand upon that. I'm a little intrigued that since they've called him back up, the whole point of sending him down was to work on stuff, right, and build him back up. But since being called back up, he's had his 2 longest starts of the year. So he went 6 innings his first time, 7 innings last time out. So they're stretching him out, but he has been pretty efficient in those starts too.
Yeah, and I think last time out we started to see him use both sides of the plate with the fastball. He does tend to, stay on one side, whether it's lefty or righty. Righty, he's running it in. Lefty, he's going away. We started to see him use a little bit more of the plate. I like to see that. Still, the walks are still kind of there. We start to get those down, and maybe he learned something in the minors, Jim. Maybe there was some good done out of it.
Yeah, I don't know what he could have learned in the minors that wasn't in the majors, but whatever. It is what it is. He's back though.
He's here now.
I anticipate him to come out today, and I mean he's kind of the one guy in this rotation. I think Mitch Keller's there too, where you kind of expect him to at least give the team a chance to win, right, every time out. But Contreras is right there with him, where while he's like in games that he starts, I feel like you've got to at least feel good about this shouldn't be a shitty game. Hopefully,
they might not get blown out tonight.
They might not get blown out, right? So whenever that's the case, you can go into a game and like think that they might not get blown out. I mean, that's a win at this point
for the Pirates, especially on this 7-game skid.
Yeah, it's been a rough week. So
I'm gonna be honest with you, today's gonna be one of those. I gotta go mow my yard, so I'm just gonna put it on the radio. That way, I don't have to torture myself by watching it. But today would be a game that I would want to watch.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably a good way of putting it. Like watching Pirates games lately is just like torturing yourself.
But today's not as bad.
Today's not as bad, right? Because we've got a semi-decent starting pitcher who I feel like can at least keep us in the game. So
yeah, like
I don't know if the offense
this isn't waterboarding. This is whatever's like lighter than that.
It's like the step below waterboarding.
Yeah.
Whereas Tyler,
I don't know what that would be.
Tyler Beatty starts. That's like straight up waterboarding.
Yeah.
So another thing too, lineups out. A lot of the same as far as like who's playing where and stuff. But O'Neal Cruz leading off tonight. So we've been kind of clamoring for that. We need to get him more plate appearances. He's gonna have the most plate appearances on the team today. So that's good to see. So he's leading off with Ke'Bryan Hayes and Brian Reynolds coming in behind him. They're going to be facing Noah Syndergaard, who the Phillies acquired at the deadline. And he's actually been pitching really, really well since joining the Phillies. Phillies have won all 4 of his starts since the trade deadline. But Noah Syndergaard. Maybe a Pirates revenge game because of that. Was that last year or was that 2 years ago when the shitty Pirates? That was Noah Syndergaard.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I think it was last year. But no. So Pirates revenge game on Noah Syndergaard after his video calling them the shitty Pirates.
I mean, they've been insulted by so many people at this point lately that
Right.
they're all running together.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically just all a bunch of the same, right? We've been a college team. We need to get a Major League Baseball team put in our city. We are a hodgepodge of nothingness. And now we're the shitty Pirates. So
they're all very, very correct.
Yeah, there's definitely there's nothing wrong with anything they're saying. Like it's all warranted.
I have not spotted a lie yet.
No.
But
the Pirates did the Pirates end up scoring yesterday? I don't even remember.
No,
Did it end up
I don't
happening?
believe so. I'm going to be honest with you. I just got drunk and didn't watch it.
So
you were on the post. Wait, was Denard on it alone? I don't know. I was playing Fortnite.
We were going to do a post game, and then it was 6-0, and I was like, "Do we need to do a post game?" And no, we didn't. So we just didn't do it.
Perfect.
Because we had just spent the previous post game show just basically talking about how terrible the team is. It's like, why do we need to do this again?
In regard to the day, though, I do like Brian Reynolds in the 3-hole.
Okay. Why?
I don't know what it is. I'm just going old school with it. I'd like to see Ke'Bryan Hayes hitting second, and I think that's the bigger thing. So yes, I am. Me and Donardo. But I like seeing Ke'Bryan Hayes in that 2 spot, maybe get him some more fastballs. Brian Reynolds is a major league hitter. He's going to hit where you put him. It is what it is. I'd like just a little something to jumpstart Ke'Bryan Hayes right now. Not to mention you get O'Neal Cruz ahead of him. If he gets on base, he's running.
Yeah.
It's just a little thing to get Ke'Bryan Hayes hopefully going.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. Castro back in the lineup today too. After yesterday, he was serving his 1-game suspension, so he is back in the lineup. He's been playing really well lately. So another I'll be keeping an eye on him. Like there's some things to actually be intrigued about going into today's game. Like I said, Roansy on the mound, Cruz leading off. You've got that 1, 2, 3, Cruz, Hayes, Reynolds. Like you're gonna at least tune into those at bats, and then Castro in the lineup too. So also Bly Madriske in the start in right field, Greg Allen in left field. We got some news earlier today that Jack Sawinski is heading back to Pittsburgh. So my guess is one of those two, Greg Allen or Bly Madriske, this is going to be their last game for a while.
I mean, it could just be Josh Van Meter. Like we don't have to do this Josh Van Meter thing anymore.
Outfielder. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be an outfielder. So it's like if I had to guess, it's probably going to be Bly. But I think it's nice to get. So the thing with Sawinski is like he's still not making enough contact in AAA, right? But like at this point, like just let him figure it out up here. I mean, he leads. He's basically the second best hitter on this team right now.
He's still like the 3rd most valuable player on this team.
He still leads all National League rookies in home run. Hasn't been in the majors for over a month now. So like just let him learn up here. Like he's gonna be better than these guys. So even while he's learning, just let him do it up here.
Yeah, Bly Madriske has been terrible. Greg Allen is terrible. Just
both have been bad. The one thing Greg Allen's got going for him is like the speed is nice. Like he's got 6 stolen bases already, and he's only played in 29 games. So he's stealing bases at a decent clip, but you got to get on base in order to steal.
That just does not happen.
He's not doing a good job at that, right?
I just would really love to know what Jack Sawinski figured out there in AAA that they're comfortable calling him up now.
I have more of a feeling that he's coming up because like they want to send Bly down.
It's very possible.
More than anything. And then you got to think of, okay, well then it's either Suwinski or Swaggerty, right? I don't know why Swaggerty's getting like no opportunities this season. I don't get that.
At this point, you might as well not protect him if you're just not going to give him a shot.
They're not even like he was up for 1 week and he got 9 plate appearances. So like I'm not really quite sure what's going on there.
And he's 25 or about to be 25.
Yeah, he is 20. Actually, just turned 25 a week, like 9 days ago. He's heating up in AAA. He's playing well. Yeah, I don't get it. Like they called him up, he went 1 for 9, and then they sent him down and never saw him.
Just must not be high on him at all.
I guess
that's the only thing you can think of. But in the same sense, why is Bay not up either?
Yeah,
it's another guy that has
you have Van Meter a good season over G1 Bay. Yeah,
I don't get it either.
We're going to try to be positive.
It is what it is.
We're trying to be positive heading in.
Yeah. I mean, O'Neill Cruz is batting leadoff today.
Yeah. O'Neill Cruz batting leadoff. It's Rowansy day. We're going to be positive. Sawinski's on his way back up. But yeah, I mean, at some point, I'd like to see Swaggerty come up here. I'd like to see both Bly and Greg Allen off this team for Sawinski and Swaggerty. I'd like to see Van Meter get off. I'd like to see.
I cannot wait to clip what you just said.
Go ahead. I don't even care.
That is going to be awesome.
I can't wait to see it, Tyler. All right. No, but so game starts in 15 minutes. DiNardo does bring up here roster about to expand on September 1st. So it is going to go from 26 to 28. I would imagine at least one of those is going to be another arm, probably, just to throw somebody in the bullpen because
they need it.
Ben Sherrington mentioned today maybe they were going to go to a 6-man rotation in September. I feel like in order to go to a 6-man rotation, first you have to have a 5-man rotation. But right now, I think they have like a 4. So I'm not really sure what he's talking about.
They literally have a 4-man rotation right now because every Tyler Beatty start is a bullpen day.
Yeah, I don't know what he's really talking about. And then this other starter, they just moved to the bullpen to relieve the other shitty starter who can't go more than an inning. So I don't know what he's talking about when he says the teams he wants to do a 6-man rotation because I don't know who he's going to pick. Who's this other person?
Maybe it's going to be Michael Burrows for a month. I don't know. There's nobody else to put in the rotation.
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
It literally is probably a 3-man rotation, but we'll be nice and call it a 4-man.
Unless I guess you could call up the dude from the Cardinals, Oviedo, that we got.
I guess. Do we have to?
Right. He could be that 27th guy. And then
I kind of forgot about him.
Yeah, and then he becomes your 4th starter, but then you still got to find 2 more. I guess Bryce Wilson's technically a starter. Thompson, I don't know what he is now. Beatty is an opener, but I don't know what they're doing there either.
I don't know what he's opening either because it's not pretty.
No, it hasn't been good. I feel bad for Walter, to be honest.
Do you?
No, not really.
Oviedo has pitched 11.1 innings in 4 starts.
Yeah, like he's basically going 2 innings.
He's a reliever that's starting.
Yeah. So again, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing here at all. They sent him down there to stretch him out, and then they're just not stretching him out. They're just doing the same thing he was doing before.
Now he's just on a scheduled bullpen session.
Yeah.
I don't know. O'Neill Cruz is leading off.
Does O'Neill Cruz homer off of Syndergaard today? What do you think?
Yes.
I feel like
I actually do. I feel like this is going to be a good Cruz day. Syndergaard is not really a junk ball pitcher. He's going to see a lot of hard stuff, and O'Neal Cruz cannot hit anything but hard stuff right now.
Yeah, I mean, so Noah Syndergaard throws his sinker 30% of the time, throws his slider 21% of the time, changeup 20% of the time, fastball 17%. So I mean, good mix of pitches, 5 pitches, but his sinker and his
the cutter another 10, I think.
No
cutter, sinker, fastball.
No cutter.
I think you're wrong.
No cutter.
Unless
you want to call his slider a cutter.
Yeah, it could register differently depending on where you're looking.
Yeah, I mean, slider's at 84, so it's a slider.
I think you're wrong.
I'm looking at his arsenal right now.
I think you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. If anybody's wrong, it is.
I think you're wrong.
It's Statcast. Statcast says.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Change up fastball.
Yeah, I was looking else.
But no, as far as the hard stuff goes, sinker, fastball. The changeup is going to be there against lefties. So expect Cruz to see, I think, quite a few of these right in that location too. That's going to be where Syndergaard is going to be looking to pitch Cruz today with that changeup, low and away. That would be my assumption. Yeah, he's very heavy changeups against lefties. Changeup, 4-seam fastball.
Changeup's just a slower fastball.
Yeah, that's actually
he'll be fine.
All right. Let's see.
What are we thinking of the Steeler game today?
I haven't watched a single snap of Steelers preseason football, nor am I going to. I don't watch preseason football. I think it's stupid. I think it's really dumb. It's pointless. I have absolutely no appetite for preseason football.
Thank you.
So I can't even really answer your question because I don't care.
Thank you.
What do you think?
Kenny Pickett's going to look great and take the starting job today.
Okay.
No, he's not. Doesn't matter how great he looks.
Right. I think, Trubisky, I think, comes out starting. But I said it to somebody yesterday. I think Trubisky's with how good Pickett has looked.
Oh, but you don't know how good he's looked. You haven't watched.
Based off of what I've seen and I've heard and I've read, Pickett's looked pretty good. I think Trubisky starts week 1, and then if the Steelers aren't 3-1 or better,
they will not be
by week 4. Then the switch is made.
There is a very good chance they are 1-3 at that point. Their schedule is hard.
Connor's right here. We're on a Pirates podcast saying we're not going to talk. Everything we talk about is pointless. It's very true. But no, I think who are they even playing? Who are the Steelers playing today?
Today, Lions.
The Lions. They're going to beat the Lions today. They're gonna beat the Lions by 3.
And you're not gonna know because you're not watching.
I'll know because I'll see the score. I'm gonna say 24-21 Steelers over Lions. I'm trying to make a deal right now. My fantasy league team. I got keepers are due in 6 hours. I'm trying to make a deal for DeAndre Swift though. So as long as he doesn't get hurt, should be good. That's the goal.
That's stupid.
Anything else you want to talk about? Game's going to start here soon.
Yeah, I've got a brisket ready to be sliced, sitting in a cooler right now.
Have fun with your meat.
Yep. You have fun watching Josh Van Meter get off.
I'll have fun watching Josh Van Meter. All right. Have fun watching the game today, guys. Hopefully the Pirates don't give up 3+ runs in the first inning. Hopefully this is an enjoyable game that we can watch all 9 innings of without feeling completely miserable. That's the goal today. So
that would be great.
Let's go Bucks, Rowensy, and Syndergaard. Let's do it. See you guys.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.